This is the story of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. You can read along with me in your book. You'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Let's begin now. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a war was raging. The evil Count Dooku and the commander of his droid army, General Grievous, had attacked the Galactic Senate and kidnapped its leader, Chancellor Palpatine. Jedi Knights Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker raced through a swarm of the Count's fighters toward the ship where the Chancellor was being held captive. Anakin was confident they would succeed.
This is where the fun begins.
Count Dooku was waiting for the Jedi on board his ship. Palpatine tried to warn them about the Sith Lord. Obi-Wan simply ignited his lightsaber.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality.
The Jedi Master dueled with Dooku, but the Count used the Force to trap him beneath a heavy beam. It was up to Anakin to finish the fight and save his friend.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
The young Jedi quickly proved himself, and at Palpatine's urging, defeated Dooku once and for all. However, General Grievous was not going to let Anakin and Obi-Wan escape with the Chancellor so easily. The evil cyborg was eager to put an end to the Jedi.
Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection.
Obi-Wan disagreed.
Not this time. And this time you won't escape.
Anakin and Obi-Wan attacked, forcing Grievous to flee. When the Jedi returned Palpatine to the Senate on Coruscant, Anakin was able to visit Padme. Although marriage was forbidden by the Jedi Order, Anakin and Padme loved each other deeply and had wed in secret. That day, Padme had special news for Anakin.
Something wonderful has happened.
Anakin and Padme were going to have a baby. Meanwhile, Grievous sent word to Darth Sidious about all that had happened. The shadowy figure reassured his loyal servant.
The end of the war is near, General.
Darth Sidious did not seem concerned by the loss of Dooku.
Soon I will have a new apprentice. One far younger and more powerful.
Back on Coruscant, Chancellor Palpatine had requested that Anakin act as his personal representative on the Jedi Council. The Council agreed, but Obi-Wan explained the true nature of Anakin's new position later in private.
The Council wants you to report on all the Chancellor's dealings. They want to know what he's up to.
Anakin did not want to spy on Palpatine. He trusted the Chancellor. Obi-Wan was not so sure.
Yes, but use your feelings, Anakin. Something is out of place.
Something was out of place. Anakin had been having terrible nightmares about Padme. The Jedi believed that death was a natural part of life, but Anakin could not bear the thought of losing her. The young Jedi shared his fears with Palpatine while they were at the opera. The Chancellor hinted that the dark side of the Force was strong enough to keep people from dying. That sparked Anakin's curiosity.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Palpatine turned to face Anakin.
Not from a Jedi.
All the while, Obi-Wan was busy tracking down General Grievous. The Jedi Master had followed Grievous to Utapau. There, one of the Pauan leaders met Obi-Wan and warned him that the general was nearby. Obi-Wan knew a fight was ahead.
Tell your people to take shelter.
Obi-Wan soon found the general and his army of droids.
Hello there.
Grievous told his soldiers to stand down.
Back away! I will deal with this Jedi slime myself!
Obi-Wan ignited his lightsaber. Grievous ignited 4.
You fool! I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku!
Obi-Wan let go of his fear and allowed the Force to guide him. After a grueling battle, Obi-Wan was finally able to take out Grievous's weapons and put an end to the evil cyborg. On Coruscant, Palpatine was still urging Anakin to consider the dark side of the Force.
Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi. Learn to know the dark side of the Force, and you will be able to save your wife from certain death.
Anakin couldn't believe what he was hearing.
You're the Sith Lord.
He finally understood the Jedi Council's concerns. For years, Palpatine had tricked the Jedi and the Senate by pretending to be their friend. But in reality, he was the Sith Lord Darth Sidious. He had been using people on both sides of the war to gain power. Anakin raced to tell the Council what he had learned. Mace Windu told Anakin to stay behind. He would confront Palpatine with the other Jedi Masters. Mace Windu was able to hold his own against Palpatine, but the Sith Lord quickly defeated the other Jedi. Disobeying orders, Anakin arrived just in time to see Mace Windu about to overcome Darth Sidious. But the evil Sith pleaded with Anakin.
I have the power to save the one you love.
Anakin gave in to his fear and helped Palpatine defeat Master Windu. Palpatine was badly scarred in the fight, but he had won a great victory. With his new apprentice, he would be unstoppable. Anakin was scared.
I will do whatever you ask. Just help me save Padme's life.
Darth Sidious reassured Anakin.
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Darth Sidious had been planning this day for many years. He needed to destroy the Jedi to ensure his total and complete reign.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
The Sith Lord sent a message to the clone troopers.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
The clones had been programmed to turn on the Jedi at Darth Sidious's command. But the clone troopers were not alone. Anakin himself marched to the Jedi Temple to destroy all he had once held sacred. Then the young Sith continued on to the volcanic planet of Mustafar. Yoda and Obi-Wan managed to survive the attack. They snuck back to the Jedi Temple to send out a warning to any other remaining Jedi. Obi-Wan could hardly believe what had happened.
Who could have done this?
He searched the Senate records and found a hologram of Anakin bowing before Palpatine. Yoda hung his head.
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Obi-Wan had to find Anakin, but he did not know where his former Padawan could be. He asked Padme for help.
He is in grave danger.
Padme was worried.
From the Sith?
From himself.
Whatever Anakin was going through, Padme wouldn't let him face it alone. She knew that Palpatine had sent Anakin on a mission to Mustafar. She decided she would travel there by herself and save him. Meanwhile, Palpatine had declared himself Emperor. With the Jedi gone, there was no one left to stand in his way. Or so Palpatine thought.
I hear a new apprentice you have, Emperor.
Palpatine was shocked to see that Yoda was still alive. A fierce duel commenced. Yoda and Darth Sidious each used his own side of the Force to try to defeat the other. But the Sith Lord's powers were too strong. Yoda had no choice but to flee. Padme reached Mustafar and found Anakin. But the moment she saw him, she knew something terrible had happened within him. Padme tried to pull him back from the dark side.
Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
But Anakin wouldn't listen.
I am becoming more powerful than any Jedi has ever dreamed of. And I'm doing it for you. To protect you.
Then Obi-Wan stepped forward from inside Padme's ship. He had hidden on board to reach Anakin. Anakin was blinded by his rage.
You thunder against me!
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that.
Obi-Wan realized that nothing could convince Anakin to return to the light. All Anakin felt now was hatred.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
The two former friends ignited their lightsabers and charged. Obi-Wan anticipated Anakin's every strike, and Anakin blocked each of Obi-Wan's attacks. Then Obi-Wan was able to leap onto a bank, leaving Anakin stranded on a dangerous lava flow.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power!
Anakin took a running leap, but fell short of the bank. It was the opening Obi-Wan needed. The Jedi Master disarmed Anakin and left him helpless beside the molten river. Obi-Wan was devastated by all that had happened. He cried out to Anakin one last time before leaving him forever.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
Back on the ship, a heartbroken Padme doubled over in pain. Obi-Wan rushed her to the med bay, where she gave birth to twins. A boy and a girl, she named Luke and Leia. Padme spoke of Anakin once more.
There's got a name. I know there's still.
Then she closed her eyes for the last time. Obi-Wan, Yoda, and their last remaining ally, Bail Organa, decided to split up Luke and Leia to hide them from Anakin. Leia would go with Bail to be raised on Alderaan, while Obi-Wan took Luke to live with Anakin's family on Tatooine. Palpatine sensed Anakin's defeat on Mustafar. He retrieved the young Sith from the fiery planet and tended to Anakin's wounds. Anakin had been badly burnt during his duel with Obi-Wan. To keep him alive, Palpatine placed Anakin in protective black armor with a sculpted helmet that altered his voice.
Lord Vader, can you hear me?
Yes, Master.
Anakin's journey to the dark side was complete. Although he had failed to save Padme, Anakin was too intoxicated by the power of the dark side to turn from it now. Together, he and Palpatine would rule the galaxy. But far away on the sandy planet of Tatooine, a brighter future was just over the horizon. Obi-Wan had given baby Luke to his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. The young couple smiled down on their new child, unaware that Beru held in her arms the galaxy's last hope. But that is another story for another time.